Greetings, family. Peace and love to you and yours. This is Guru, and thank you for joining Black Talk Radio, where black radio stations matter and black lives definitely matter. Today is Sunday, February 25th, 2018, and today's segment is about the donkey of the day, featuring Leonard, aka Charlamagne the God from The Breakfast Club. As I make this video, it is number 3 trending on YouTube, almost garnering 1.9 million views. This interview of Leonard, Charlamagne the God, who is having an interview with Monique, the legendary Black Queen of comedy. And she's having to explain to this young beta male, he's a dusty beta male at that. Some would call people like him dust bunnies. But nonetheless, he's on this show having to explain to her, the Black Queen of comedy, why he deemed her the donkey of the day on The Breakfast Club. And it's quite funny because he's having to chew on his words. And she's shaming him at every turn. Because what he's doing is he is placating, he's caping, or rather cooning for what I would term white supremacy. Where it's okay to lowball black women and black men for that matter. He's not seeing the bigger picture. What I really despise about people like Leonard or Charlamagne the God is that he has a platform where he's reaching millions of people, and he's telling millions of people that it's okay to do what they're doing to our legends. And I remember when Monique won that, I believe it was an Academy Award, it was an Emmy, it was one of those awards where when white people win those awards, they go on to make millions of dollars more than the average. And it just doesn't seem to happen with black people. And I think Charlamagne is missing that bigger picture. It is revealing in some of the asinine questions that he keeps posing to Monique, like asking her to justify why she should be paid more money when she's having to go up against people like the Amy Schulers, whose reviews on their projects aren't that great. But when Monique explains to this dusty beta male, Charlamagne, she's saying, here is my proof, it's my resume. And she lays it out there, and he seems to want to avoid that. He seems to want to bring up irrelevant questions. And I loved it that this very intelligent queen brought him back full circle and said, no, let's first discuss this since we're talking about that. And I'm not going to do this back and forth, tit for tat. And I like that she kept him focused, because I see that there are a lot of people who like to do that, especially when a person is focused and they know exactly what they're talking about. You get the detractors. They like to distract you from your main goal. And I think Charlamagne was trying to do that with Monique, but she wasn't having it. I also like the fact that her husband, Sid, is a true representative of a support system. What a husband and vice versa should be. And he was constantly filling in the holes. And so there was no Swiss cheese effect, because Sid was right there to fill in those holes. And I like that Monique constantly asked them on this show if they were the type of people who would come back and fight for her when they find out that they are in fact wrong, once they get all the facts. Because after all, she did ask Charlamagne that, don't you have all the facts? Because after all, you said what you said, those poisonous words that dripped off your lips, you know, into millions of people's ears. Surely you did your homework, but oops, we find out that no, he did not, because that's how dusty beta males do. That's how dust bunnies do. They just talk out the side of their neck. And so when a person is focused and they know what they're talking about, well, then they don't attack the message. They start attacking the messenger. And so they try to make Monique to be this angry black woman. But as we all got a chance to see, there was no anger. There was no angry black woman. This is a woman who knows what is right and what is wrong. And if Charlamagne didn't have such a high wax buildup in his ears, he would have heard the many examples that Sid revealed where Monique wasn't being combative. She wasn't being difficult. What she was doing was standing up for people's rights. And that's the right thing to do. So I commend Monique. I stand with Monique, and I understand exactly where Monique is coming from. And before I end this video, I just want to say that when Charlamagne the God asked Monique, how can she justify asking for that much money? Let's just say this, Charlamagne, Leonard, your show, look at some of the other views of many of the other guests that you've had on your show, and then look at the almost 2 million views that's on this video, again, trending at number 3 as I speak on YouTube, trending at number 3 with almost 2 million views. What other guest of yours has done that? So the numbers don't lie. So when you ask Monique those asinine questions, Charlamagne, it just reveals that you're just young and dumb, and you just simply don't understand what's going on. And the only time that I feel that people like you get it is when it happens to you. So when your daughters grow up and they come home and tell you of their plight, and it sounds just like this story, that's when you'll get that aha Negro moment. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. This is Black Talk Radio. Peace and love to you and yours. We'll see you in the next video. I'm out.
Birth of a nation, and we saw that man walk his wife into that master's house. We watched him walk his wife in. Then we watched him go back and get her. You're that brother. I thank y'all for your time, my babies. Thank you.